Folks, Rich Van Tassel with you, giving you our game picks for now week 12 of the NFL season. Of course, we just had the Thanksgiving games. We are also recording audio for Get Live Radio. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers 4-6, 1-4 on the road, travel to Atlanta to play the Falcons, who are 6-4, 2-2 at home. Injuries first for the visiting Buccaneers. Jameis Winston, quarterback. Robert Ayers, defensive end. Evan Smith, center, are out. William Goldson, defensive end, is questionable. For the Falcons, Devontae Freeman and Ty Sambrailo, a running back and offensive tackle, are out. Tampa Bay is up to 4-6. They've won a couple games here. I didn't expect they were going to win with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Atlanta has started to come along. They're up to 6-4. That is, it's a very important game for the Falcons not to give one back against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that is starting to get its confidence together. Tampa Bay at 4-6. Look, that is a very competitive NFC South division. You have a lot of good teams. The top three teams are above 500. They're riding at 4-6. They haven't come along as much as I would have liked this season. Mike Evans not really getting the job done as far as the end zone numbers. His numbers are pretty good through 10 games. They're not spectacular. He's probably not going to get to 1,000 yards. They've had some injuries in the offense. Like I said, it's too important for Atlanta in this game that they won't be giving it back by coming up short against what is a pretty poor Tampa Bay team. Regardless of the couple wins they've just had, it shouldn't be any case where the Atlanta Falcons have any problems in this game. I expect them to get a fairly easy victory in this one, 28-14 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Cleveland Browns, 0-10, 0-4 on the road, travel to Cincinnati to play the Bengals, who are 4-6, 2-2 at home. Injuries first for the visiting Cleveland Browns. Emmanuel Ogbah is an IR out, along with Jamie Metter, both defensive ends. Josh Gordon, a wide receiver. Sammy Coates, a wide receiver. They are out. Darren Smith, a safety, is doubtful. For the Cincinnati Bengals, Vincent Ray, linebacker, Sean Williams, safety, are out. Darqueze Dennard, cornerback, questionable. If Cleveland is going to get a win, it would be a game like this. Cincinnati, hey, at 4-6, we just saw the Los Angeles Chargers. There is still a lot to play for, even at 4-6, in that bunched up AFC wildcard race. So I'd like to see how committed they're going to be, how focused they're going to be against the Cleveland Browns team that, like we've said, regardless of what teams say, regardless of how they approach things, you're going to look down on this team. You're not going to take them seriously, and it's next to impossible to take them seriously. Now, Cincinnati has not been in a position where they can really afford to treat any team that way. I think they know better. This is a division opponent. They've really started to get A.J. Green involved. The running game is not coming along in the way I would have liked it to. But I still think that they're going to find it in this one. Cleveland may win. I don't expect them to go 0-16. Like I said, this is a keep your eye on game because it's just one of the games Cleveland would win, a division game. But you can't pick the Cleveland Browns. They're going to get a victory in a game. I don't pick them because I'm not going to pick them the rest of the year. But they are not going to go 0-16, and they get the victory in this one. Cleveland will not get the victory in this one. Cincinnati will. I like a score of 31-20. The Tennessee Titans, 6-4, 2-3 on the road, travel to Indianapolis to play the Colts, who are 3-7, 2-3 at home. Injuries for the visiting Titans: Harry Douglas, wide receiver; Rashard Matthews, wide receiver. Injury reserve out for Douglas. Rashard Matthews is questionable. For the Colts, Eric Swoop, tight end, is an injury reserve out. Kyle Kalis, guard, is questionable, along with Marcus Hunt, defensive end. Hassan Ridgeway, defensive tackle, is out. Tennessee, Rashard Matthews, questionable for this game. Harry Douglas, a guy who can do things. He has some explosive nature to him being out. Rashard Matthews is really starting to come on. Tennessee's got to establish him in this game. Marcus Mariota way too high with his interceptions, 10 to only 8 touchdowns. He's got to get the ball downfield. I know they like to run the ball and control the clock. That way they're going to do a lot of that in this game. Indianapolis has a very hard time stopping the run. They're not very good against the pass either. Tennessee sets up very nicely and matches up very nicely against the Colts defense in this one. They should control the clock, and they should have a very easy victory in this one. They'll probably not score that many points because they won't be taking that many chances and they'll be running the ball a lot. But their offense will be dominant in this game, and I like a score of 27-10. Buffalo Bills 5-5, very poor 1-4 on the road. Travel to Kansas City to play the Chiefs, who are 6-4, 3-1 at home. Injuries for the visiting Bills. John Miller, guard, is out. The rest are questionable. Kelvin Benjamin, wide receiver. Charles Clay, tight end. Jordan Matthews, wide receiver. Deontay Thompson, wide receiver. For the Chiefs, Alan Bailey, defensive end. Tamba Ali, linebacker, are questionable. D. Ford and Terrence Smith, linebackers, are out. Albert Wilson, a wide receiver, is questionable. Buffalo is really starting to plummet at this point. They made a terrible choice in starting Peterman over Tyrod Taylor. Obviously, we're going to go back to Tyrod Taylor in this game. At least I would expect. We never know. I don't know if you really can go back to Tyrod Taylor after that just terrible decision to bench him. But if they choose to go back to him, he'll be professional and he'll go out there. The Chiefs have to be chomping at the bit. They started out 5-0. They've been 1-3. They really let themselves just not have any sort of success against the Giants. They allowed themselves to really give a team like the Giants life in that game because they didn't approach it, as we talked about, with the way they injured or left some of their injury guys out. And it cost them in that game. I think Buffalo is sliding in the wrong direction. Not that the Chiefs are necessarily sliding in the right direction, but the Chiefs have enough here to right the ship in this one. Alex Smith, he's going to limit the turnovers. They're going to start to get Kareem Hunt involved. And they're going to shut down what is a pretty pedestrian Buffalo offense. Look for Marcus Peters, the cornerback for the Chiefs, to have a big game in this one. And that's why I expect the Chiefs to come away with the 24-13 victory over the Buffalo Bills. All right, we will be back in just a little bit to continue on with our game picks for Week 12 of the NFL season. Be sure to tune to that.